time to make sure that you get that HUD so that it's not like a embarrassing situation when you're actually there. But normally it goes great, and it's a celebration for them. And one last thing I always do right there at that point is say, man, congratulations, really tickled for you. And they're just sitting there just thinking this is the greatest thing ever. So it's a good situation at that point.
No, it's a happy day. Any other questions? Rena, do you have any follow-up or anything you'd like to share with the group on marketing? You guys got any questions for Vina while she's still here? You guys got a tremendous resource in the room back there.
Now, the people that haven't really listened to Vina or haven't signed up, you really need to
go to the mic. I can't hear you for some reason. Hey, what a way to, here you go. I can't hear you.
Here one more time.
Yeah. Yeah. So you live in the area, right?
I definitely live in the area.
Yep.
And I also know your area.
Yep. You lived up there. You went to Whitburg for a while, right, buddy?
And I was just saying that Vina knows her stuff. And if you really want to get interested, or well, you're interested in real estate, if you really want to get your real estate up and running, obviously you have to have the advertising and know how to get to the people that you want to get to. And just before I left, Vina knows how to do it. So.
Well, there's no other. Your business isn't going to work if you don't take care of the front end of the business, right? What was the very first box I had up here? The very first thing in the morning on the 4 boxes across the top. What was the first box? I had 4 boxes. Remember them? Which is your business. What's the first box? Fine. Her whole focus was what? Finding. All right. And if you don't get that box to work, then you're dead in this business. Nothing else works after that. Right? So I see you standing up. You got comments or you got questions there? Anybody for Ravina?
I'm trying to think of something relevant.
Okay. All right. I know I kind of put you on the spot, but I saw you back there and I thought, you're a tremendous lady and you got a lot of great things going on in your life. And,
well,
she's got a mic out.
I break it here.
Yeah. It's already been broke once.
Yeah.
So.
I've done a lot of thinking over the last decade or so about the difference between learning to do real estate and having a real estate business, because it's a big difference. And I think something that I was never told when I started was that you can become very, very good at doing the stuff and be making a lot of money and be miserable because you're working 20 hours a day, 7 days a week with no vacation ever, and everything's on you. If anything goes wrong, it's you that didn't drop the ball. And it's only starting to be said now at places like this that there has to be a point at which you say, oh my God, I'm still working a job. It just happens to be a good one. It pays very well by the hour, and I love the boss sometimes, but it's still a job. And you have to, at some point, get away from the technique. I'm sure you've seen this before. People get overwhelmed with, they're doing rehab and they're so successful out there, working 20 hours a day, and so how do they solve it? They go to apartments. Because somehow that's going to be easier, it's going to make them more money, and then that becomes overwhelming, so what do? They go become a hard money lender. And all they're doing is jumping from technique to technique without ever stepping back and saying, how do I build a business around this so that when I get bored, because we're entrepreneurs, and we actually get bored making our paychecks eventually, and we want to go do the next shiny thing, how do I make that into a system so that someone else can, I've got the business going, someone else can go do it, and now I can go chase my little shiny star, and I'm still making the money I was making before. And yes, I can jump, but you don't want to jump around without getting one thing right, getting the systems, getting the checklist, getting the marketing plan in place, etc. And that was never said. I mean, when you and I were growing up in the real estate business, we were going to boot camps about how to be a better wholesaler, not how to have a wholesaling business. How to be a better landlord, not how to have a landlording business. And as I have actually absorbed that, and it took a long time because I grew up in a mom and pop landlord business. My dad took all the phone calls. I mean, he had a crew that did the rehab, but he was visiting them twice a day to make sure they did it right. And when they were doing it wrong, he picked up a piece of drywall and showed them how to do it. You know, very, very mom and pop, hands-on.
Great guy.
Kind of
Clarence is a great
thing.
guy.
Yeah, and he'd still be doing, he's got Alzheimer's now. He would still be doing that to this day, but the thing is, he still thinks he's doing it. He still wakes up every morning and says, well, I gotta go work on Telford, and then he forgets, but, you know, he's
Yeah.
very happy because he thinks he's still doing all this stuff. But this is, if you can absorb the difference early instead of late. I don't know how long it took you to get here. I was 15 years into my real estate business.
Yeah.
Where I realized that something was wrong and I didn't know what it was.
Right, I had the luxury of being the guy that implemented systems, multi-million-dollar systems in industry. And so my background is, I was on 5 multi-million-dollar programs in 3 different companies, and multi-plants, and I was implementing those systems. So when I got into real estate, it was a small leap for me to say, if I got to do a system there, I know in my own business I better be doing systems.
Yeah.
So that's how I got started.
Yeah, and I worked in corporate America for 6 weeks. So
That was enough, right?
I didn't have that particular knowledge or background or
Yeah.
luxury. But this is important stuff, and if you can do it earlier rather than later in your business, even if you don't feel like you're ready to hire someone, using his stuff, the checklist for your business now, it's really hard to do it when you're already working 20 hours a day.
You got it, that's right.
And you're trying to figure out how to undo it. So, yeah, having said that, again, the first system that you're gonna delegate is gonna be marketing.
That's
Because
right. That was a great point.
Well, it's something you can delegate a lot of it overseas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, don't tell me you don't have $1 an hour to pay somebody. That's a problem, that's a real big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
So-
great point. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. So if you guys got questions for her, she'll be in the back of the room. I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm going to wrap it up. You ran me through my whole boot camp, my slides, and I'm going to let you out of here a little bit early. Okay? Does that work? Thank you. Make it quiet. You're going to do a video, Kevin. She wants to do a video with you. And anybody else who wants to do that, you can come on up here, and I'll be tickled to do that. We'll have some fun.
I just wanted to say real quick that I've got $1 to put in a fund for Venus shoes. And if anybody
It won't work. It won't work.
If anybody wants to contribute, I'll take it.
You have to work it out with Venus. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.